Magandang umaga Kailian sa lahat po ng participants natin dito sa webinar at sa lahat ng nanonood sa Facebook at YouTube live stream. Welcome po sa ating webinar series.
Naimbag na bigat yung kailian, maya-maya lamang po ay magsisimula na ang ating virtual seminar, kaya tutok lamang po kayo. At this moment, meron lamang po sana kaming konting paalala sa ating mga participants dito sa webinar para po sa ikagaganda ng flow ng ating virtual lecture.
Tama ka dyan, Sir Rodel. Una po, no, mga kailian, paki-off lang po natin ang ating mga mikropono para marinig at maintindihan nating maigi ang ating mga tagapagsalita ngayong araw na to.
Pangalawa, pakipatay po ang ating mga camera, mga kailian. Tangi ang mga guests or speakers lamang po ang mag-on ng kanilang mga camera.
At syempre po, sana ay humanap po tayo ng tahimik na lugar at may malakas na internet connection. O di kaya gumamit na lang tayo ng headset or headphone para marinig nating malinaw at makasunod tayo sa lecture ng ating mga tagapagsalita.
Mga simpleng paalala lang yan mga kailian. Sana po ay sundin po natin para sa ikaayos ng ating virtual seminar. Maraming salamat po.
Device is ready to pair.
Ayan, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kailian, narito na naman po tayo sa ikadalawang linggo ng ating webinar series, ang ating Project New Normal, a webinar series. Ang webinar series po na ito ay inihahandog sa inyo ng Provincial Government of Quirino at sa pakikipagtulangan ng Quirino State University at ng Department of Education Schools Division Office of Quirino. Ako po muli, si Eileen Joy Peralta.
Yes, Ma'am Eileen, magandang umaga sa iyo at magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Tayo po ay nasa day 6 na ng ating virtual seminar. At we would like to welcome you all to our webinar for this day. At sa pagkakataong ito, hayaan nyo din pong batiin natin ang mga mahal nating mga officials dito sa ating probinsya, ang probinsya ng Quirino. Binabati po namin unang-una sa lahat ang ating mahal na gobernador, Honorable Dakila Carlo E. Cua, ang ating butihing Congressman, Honorable Juni E. Cua, our Vice Governor, Honorable Julius Cesar Baquilar, the active and young President of Quirino State University, Dr. Hermenegildo F. Samuel Jr., the supportive Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Flordelisa Hicobe, at sa lahat ng nanonood via Facebook at YouTube Live, at sa mga nakikinig sa DWQP 92.1 FM, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Bago po tayo magpatuloy at formal na umpisahan ng ating virtual seminar, inaanyay lahat para sa isang panalangin.
Good morning, Lord. Today's a new day.
a chance for a new start. Yesterday is gone, and with it, any regrets, mistakes, or failures I may have experienced. It's a good day to be glad and give thanks. And I do, Lord. Thank you for today. A new opportunity to love, give, and be all that you want me to be. Today I want to start the day with you on my mind and in my heart. As I dress, let me wear the armor you've provided daily, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, and the sword of the Spirit, with prayer on my tongue, praise for you, and petitions for those around me and those I meet. Feed me today with your daily bread, as the bread of life. Your food, like manna, will sustain me throughout any trials and hungers. Help me to set my thoughts on things above, and to speak only what will help and encourage others. Keep me from putting my foot in my mouth, and help me guard the affections of my heart today, Lord. Make whatever work I do be marked with excellence rather than perfectionism. As I seek not to make a name, but to make a difference. Help me to treat each person I encounter as you would, with respect and love, forgiving others and asking for forgiveness myself when needed. As I start this day, help me remember that I belong to you, and my desire is to act accordingly. Keep my feet from stumbling, and my mind from wandering into distractions that could steal precious time and energy from the most important things you have designed for me. I'm proud to be your child, Lord. And I'm so grateful that you died for me, rising again so that every day could be filled with the wonder of your love, the freedom of your spirit, and the joy of knowing you. I know earthly life is short and fleeting, Lord. But I want to live today as if it were the first or the last day of my life, giving thanks for every good and perfect gift you choose to give today and every day. I want to live my life for you, Jesus. In your precious name, I pray. Amen.
Sa lahat po ng sumusubaybay sa webinar series na ito, meron na po tayong 34 participants in our webinar at meron na po tayong 37 viewers sa ating Facebook Live. Kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, mga clarification or any reactions, pwede nyo pong i-post dito sa ating comment section, dito sa ating webinar. Pwede din po kayong mag-comment no, sa ating Facebook page, Quirino Province Facebook page, at sisiguraduhin natin na mabibigyang kasagutan at linaw ang mga yan pagkatapos ng lecture ng ating tagapagsalita.
Tama, Ma'am Eileen. Nais din po nating ipaalala yung ating evaluation for today's webinar as posted by Sir Julius Aaron Rueda. I-visit lang po natin yung ating chat room dito sa ating Google Meet upang sa ganun ay ma-evaluate po natin yung ating dalawang tagapagsalita ngayong araw na ito. Tama, tayo po ay nasa day 6 na ng ating webinar series. And today, we are glad to have a speaker, a caliber speaker coming from Quirino State University again. And I am glad to introduce to you, nais ko pong ipakilala sa inyo to discuss the topic, Child Discipline Policies and Principles in Guiding Children at Home. Ang bagong-bagong principal ng Quirino State University Laboratory High School. Let us all welcome Dr. Ismael Draman.
Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Sa atin pong batang-batang President ng Quirino State University, Dr. Jun Samoy. Sa atin pong kagalang-galang na Congressman, Honorable Junie Icua, sa ating batang-bata at gwapong-gwapong Gobernador, Honorable Dax Ua, kasama po ang ating Vice Governor, Honorable Julius Cesar Baquilar, sa atin pong Schools Division Superintendent ng DepEd Quirino, Dr. Flor Hecobe, sa lahat po ng mga magulang ating lalawigan na nakikinig po sa atin, isa pong mapagpalang umaga sa ating lahat. Ang topic po na nakaatang sa akin ay positive discipline. The policies and principles to guide parents in teaching their children at home. Isa pong hamon sa ating mga magulang na maturuan ang kanilang mga anak sa panahon ng kinatatakutang COVID-19. Sa panahon ito, kailangang manatili sa bahay ang mga mag-aaral na 20 years old pababa. Ito ang nag-udyok sa mga paaralan ng gumamit ng alternatibong paraan ng pagtuturo upang masiguro na sa panuruang taon ng 2020-2021, ang mga bata ay patuloy natatanggap ng kinakailangan nilang edukasyon at maipatupad ang programa ng edukasyon sa lahat po ng antas. Sa mga parang ito, kinakailangan po ang pakikipagtulungan ng mga magulang upang gabayan ang kanilang mga anak sa kanilang pag-aaral sa kanilang mga tahanan. Umabot ito isang hamon sapagkat ang mga anak po natin ay nasanay na nasa paaralan kasama po ng kanilang guro. At sa panahong ito, kailangan natin ng assistance mula sa ating mga magulang upang magabayan ang kanilang mga anak sa mga gawaing pampaaralan na gagawin sa kanilang mga tahanan. Sa pagtuturo o pag-aalalay sa mga bata na gamit ang iba't ibang paraan o modality ng pag-aaral, isa ring hamon sa ating mga magulang ang pagdisiplina sa kanila. Kinakailangang maunawaan ng mga magulang kung paano natututo ang mga bata. Kagaya po ito po ay sakop ng series natin kahapon na pinresent po ng mga kapitapitagan natin kasama dito sa Quirino State University. Kasama rin po dito ang paggamit ng positive at non-violent discipline. Sa panahon pong ito ay kinakailangan pong gamitin ng mga magulang ang positive non-violent discipline sapagkat sa panahon pong ito, napakarami pong mga batas na kailangan nating sundin upang madisiplinahan natin ang ating mga anak. Pag-usapan natin kung ano itong positive discipline. Ang positive discipline ay pagtuturo upang sumunod ang mga bata sa mga alituntunin at kumilos ng naaayon sa kung ano ang tama at kumilos ng naaayon sa kanilang edad. For example po, ano po ba ang mga inaasahan nating pag-uugali ng isang 8 years old na bata? O, sa isang 15-year-old na estudyante. Ang positive discipline po ay nakatutulong sa atin upang magabayan sila ng tama at maipakita sa kanila kung paano nga ba dapat mag-behave ang isang bata na hindi po natin ginagamitan ng anumang pamamaraan na labag po sa batas. Focus ng positive discipline ang positibong pag-uugali at iniiwasang makasakit sa bata, physical man o sa salita. Ibig po natin sabihin, iwasan po natin ang paggamit ng corporal punishment o anumang punishment na pwede pong makasakit sa emotional na aspeto, sa physical na aspeto ng ating mga anak. Batay ito sa kaisipang walang masamang bata, kundi masama o mabuting ugali lamang. So maliwanag po na ang positive discipline ay nagsasabing, huwag po nating sabihan ng bata na masama ka, bad child, or anong paman na brand na pwede nating ibigay sa kanya. Pero ang focus po natin ay masama o mabuting ugali lamang at ipaintindi natin sa kanila na kung ano man ang gusto nating ituwid sa bata, ito po ay yung kanilang pag-ugali at hindi po natin kinokondena yung bata mismo. Kundi what we condemn ay yung kanyang pag-uugali o yung kanyang nagawang hindi maganda. Kaakibat ng positive discipline ang mga kagamitang tulad ng positive reinforcement. Ano po itong positive reinforcement? Ito po yung palaksin natin ang kung ano man yung magandang pag-uugali ng bata at unti-untiin nating pawiin o alisin yung mga negatibong pag-uugali na na-observe natin sa bata sa pamamagitan po ng iba't ibang pamamaraan. Kasama rin po dito ang tinatawag natin na modeling. Alam po natin na ang mga bata ay nakatingin po sa atin bilang kanilang modelo. So sila po ay sumusunod sa atin ayon po sa ating modelo or example na pinakita sa kanila. Kasama rin sa positive discipline ang mapagmahal na pamilya. So sa positive discipline, wala pong lugar ang pagmamalibis o pagmamalupit sa ating mga anak. Subalit, dito kasama rin po ang parusa at pabuya. Ito po yung limited na pagpaparusa, no? Hindi po maaari dito yung may labis na pagpaparusa sa ating mga anak. Sa pagtuturo po ng bata or pag-i-impose ng disiplina sa ating tahanan, tayo pong mga magulang ay nakakontrol. Tayo ang dapat nasusunod, tayo ang dapat nag-guide. Kailangan ang disiplina upang may focus ang bata at matutuhan ang dapat niyang matutuhan. So ano man po yung, halimbawa, mula sa school, nagbigay po ang school ng learning material para po matutuhan ng bata. Okay? Kailangan po natin na ensure na mayroong disiplina sa bahay upang ang anak natin ay nakafocus sa kanyang trabaho at ng kanyang makamit niya yung objective na kinakailangan para sa kanyang leksyon. Alam natin na layo ng bawat magulang na ang kanyang mga anak ay maging masaya, magalang, nirirespeto ng iba, at nagiging mabuting mamamayan sa kanilang pagtanda. Paano natin didisiplinahin ang mga bata para maging handa siya sa pag-aaral? May mga polisiya po tayo at alituntunin na maaring sundin upang maging epektibo tayong learning facilitators sa bahay. Lagi po sana nating tatandaan ng mga polisiya na ito sapagkat ito, ang mga ito ay nagsisilbing gabay upang makamit ang positive, non-violent discipline para din sa kapakanan ng ating mga anak. Unahin po natin ang isang matagal na nating polisiya. Ito po ang Presidential Decree number 603 na nilagdaan pa ng yumaong Pangulong Marcos. Ito po yung Child and Welfare Code. Ayon po sa Presidential Decree na ito, ang paghulma sa pagkatao ng isang bata ay nagsisimula po sa tahanan. Obligasyon ng bawat kasapi ng pamilya na gawing kaaya-aya ang kalagayan sa tahanan sapagkat malaki ang impluwensya nito sa pag-unlad ng bata. Ika nga, the first school po ng ating mga anak ay ang pamilya. Ang tahanan po ang first school niya. At ang first teachers niya ay ang kanyang mga magulang. Bago tayo magpatuloy, intindihin muna natin ang karapatan ng mga bata. At narito po ang ilang piling karapatan ng mga batang Pilipino ayon po sa PD 603. Napili ko po rito ang sa Article 3, Section 6, sinasabi po dito, every child has the right to an education commensurate to his abilities and to the development of his skills for the improvement of his capacity for service to himself and his fellow men. Maliwanag po dito na ang Estado, kasama na po dyan ang mga aktibong partisipasyon ng ating mga magulang, na kailangang siguruhin na lahat po ng school-age children, ano po ang tinatawag natin na school-age children, mga bata po na nagsisimula na mag-aral mula sa age 4 hanggang 21. Okay? Na dapat po ay mabigyan sila ng kinakailangang educational need sa anumang paraang posible. So sa new normal po natin ngayon, na kailangan natin mag-adjust para po maihatid ang educational services sa ating mga anak, okay? Ginagawa po ng ating Estado, ng ating gobyerno, ang lahat ng maaaring gawing paraan upang maihatid ang educational service. At tayo po, nagpe-prepare na po para dyan, para po sa susunod na pagbubukas ng ating mga klase. Upang makamit ang kaaya-ayang kalagayang ito, dapat po ay may disiplina. Naulit ko po, disiplina. Mayroong paggalang at sumusunod ang mga bata sa mga magulang at sa mga alituntunin sa kanilang tahanan. Sa panahon po natin ngayon, na lahat po dapat magstay po sa bahay, at hindi pwedeng lumabas ang mga bata mag-aral at 20 anyos pababa, ay hindi po ito yung dahilan kung naipagkakait po natin sa kanila ang serbisyong pang-edukasyon. Tayo pong mga magulang, malaki po ang ating responsibilidad na maipaabot sa kanila ang serbisyong pang-edukasyon. Mag-jump po tayo sa Article 45. Sa Article 45 ng Child and Welfare Act. The right to discipline the child. Parents have the right to discipline the child as may be necessary for the formation of his good character and may therefore require from him obedience to just and reasonable rules, suggestions, and admonitions. Totoo po na ang mga magulang ay may primary responsibility na magbigay po or mag-impose ng disiplin sa kanilang mga anak. Para po ang mga bata ay kumilos o mag-behave in an acceptable manner batay po sa kanilang edad. Para po maging epektibo ang disiplina, dapat po mga parents, meron tayong clear expectations. Meron tayong visions. Ano ba ang dapat ina-expect natin na behavior ng ating mga anak? Klaro po dapat yun sa atin. So, paalala po sa mga magulang, kailangan din po nating magbasa-basa. Let us read some helpful articles, get some helpful information na maaaring makatulong sa atin upang malaman natin kung ano nga ba yung expected behavior ng isang 8 years old, ng isang 12 years old, o ng isang 10 years old. Pangalawa, dapat klaro din po yung mga consequences. Ito po yung mga yung mga maaaring bunga ng tama o maling behavior ng isang. At huwag po natin kalimutan, pangatlo po, dapat po tayo affectionate or mapagmahal sa ating mga anak. Huwag po natin alisin ito. Na whenever we give some consequences, yung mga parusa po sa ating mga, or reward sa ating mga anak, dapat nakikita pa rin ng ating mga anak, nararamdaman niya na siya po ay mahal natin. Upang maintindihan niya lalo or may sa puso niya na ang ginagawa natin para din sa kanyang mga kabutihan. Ang mga parents dapat din pong flexible. So, one time, kung dumating yung anak mo na medyo hindi maganda ang kanyang mood, ganun pa rin ba yung ating mga rules na dapat ganito pa rin? Bawal ang nakasimangot, bawal ang pasaway, or kailangan nating, or naisip ba natin na kailangan nating intindihin kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ng bata? O baka naman may problema siya during the day. And also, kailangan din natin ng collaborative problem solving. Ano man yung ating gustong i-implement na method po ng discipline, kasama po ba ang ating misis or kasama po ba yung mister natin para sa pag-i-implement po ng discipline? Yan po tinatawag natin na collaborative problem solving. At napapag-usapan po natin yan. Okay. Ito po yung most effective form of parenting according sa ating nabasa sa parenting site na webmd.com. Sinishare ko lang po sa inyo. Ngayon, pag-usapan po natin yung duties ng mga magulang. Ano nga ba yung duties ng ating mga magulang? Okay. Sa Article 46 po ng Presidential Decree number 603, nandito po yung ilan sa mga duties or tungkulin nating mga magulang. First and foremost po ay to give him affection. To give him love. Dapat normal na po sa atin na ipakita po, ipadama sa ating mga anak na sila po ay mahal na mahal natin. Obligasyon din po natin na ibigay po sa kanila ang tinatawag na companionship. Kailangan po nila ng kasama. Okay? Lalo po sa tinatawag natin na formative years ng mga bata. Anong edad po ba yung formative years? Ito po yung 0 to 8 years old. Kailangan po nila ng makakasama. Kailangan nila ng ibang tao na nakaiintindi. Okay? Kailangan po nila ng understanding. Pangalawa po, to extend to him the benefits of moral guidance, self-discipline, and religious instruction. Ayan po. Moral guidance natin. And hindi lang po yung discipline na binibigay natin sa kanila, kundi kasama rin po dyan yung pagdidisiplina sa kanilang sarili. Yun bang rules natin, ino-observe nila kung nakaharap lang tayo? O ito ba'y ino-observe niya kahit hindi tayo nakaantabay sa kanila. Yun po ang sa self-discipline. Sa religious instruction, isa po yan sa mga naging reflections ko sa buhay. Kailangan po nating bigyan or samahan ang mga anak natin. Isama yung mga anak natin sa mga religious activities. Or dun sa bahay po natin, a simple routine bang praying before going to bed, simple prayer before our meals, and before anything that we do at the home. Ito po ay pagmumulat sa ating mga anak ng spiritual development. Pangatlo po, yung to supervise his activities including his recreation. Napaka-importante po na i-supervise natin yung recreation po ng ating mga anak sapagkat alam po natin, usong-uso po ang gadget sa mga bata ngayon. Ano po? Yun po yung pinaka-popular na recreation ng ating mga anak. Iwasan po natin na kapag po kayo may tantrums yung anak natin, bibigyan natin siya ng device para po siya ma-divert. Kung po ganon. Or, kung ayaw po nating ma-disturb, ma-istorbo, ano po, huwag nating bigyan ng gadget para po siya na lang yung mag-pacify dun sa bata. To inculcate in him the value of industry, thrift, and self-reliance. Pinatutulong ba natin yung ating mga anak sa mga trabaho sa bahay na kaya na nilang gawin? Do we teach them the value of spending wisely? And binibigyan ba natin sila ng freedom na gawin kung ano yung mga bagay na maaari nilang gawin para din sa kanilang ikabubuti? Isa po yun sa mga duty natin mga magulang. At ang isa sa mga pinaka-importanteng duty natin, ito po, to set a good example at all times. Kakabsat na lang nga, ma, ano ko mapakita ka dagad si anak ko, di pa naging inom tayo niya. This lang po. That is not a good example to our children. Or yung mga vices po na ginagawa natin, huwag po nating ipakita sa kanila. Because we want our children to follow the good example in us. Punta po tayo sa isa pang provision ng ating Presidential Decree number 603, the role of the home. The role of the home shall fully support the school in the implementation of the total school program, curricular man o co-curricular, toward the proper physical, intellectual, and moral development of the child. Ito po ay isang napakahalagang role ng ating tahanan para po sa ating mga anak. Sa panahon po ng pandemya, napaka-importante po na maituro natin sa kanila ang mga mahalagang bagay. Essential elements in ensuring that our children learn what they are expected to learn. Isa pong essential element ng mga magulang upang makamit natin ang objective na ito. Isusunod po natin ang Republic Act 7610 o yung Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation and Discrimination. Kasama po dyan ang tinatawag natin na Child Protection Policy na sa ngayon po ay matagal nang ini-implement ng Department of Education. Kagaya po ng mga guro, importanteng maunawaan ng mga magulang itong child protection policy na ito. Ito ang kanilang gabay sa pagdidisiplina sa mga anak ng naaayon sa batas. Isa po sa mga highlights ng RA 7610 ay ang pagbabawal po ng corporal punishment. Ano po ba ang corporal punishment? Ito ay isang parusa na katumbas ng isang pagkakasala na ipinatutupad na may layuning magdisiplina. Kahit pang layunin ay magdisiplina ng isang tao na nabigyan ng otoridad. Tandaan po natin, ang corporal punishment po ngayon ay ituturing na o nabibilang bilang child abuse ayon sa definition ng RA 7610 Section 3B. Ano ba yung mga punishment na maaaring ibilang or i-consider bilang child abuse? Maaring physical, maaring psychological, maaring yung magpapabaya sa bata or pagmamalupit sa kanila. Idagdag pa natin dyan yung sexual abuse sa mga, para sa mga sa ibang nakaranas na nito, at kasama po ang physical maltreatment. Ayon po sa National Baseline Study on Violence Against Children na sinagawa po noong 2015, nilalahad po niya na 3 sa bawat 5 sa mga na-interview dito ay nakaranas ng physical violence nung sila ay mga bata pa. At more than half nito or 57% po sa mga ito ay nangyari po sa kanilang tahanan. Sa mga na-interview din po, 1 sa 2 or 1 of 2 or 50% ang nakaranas po ng corporal punishment sa bahay. Maaaring spanking with bare hand, pamamalo sa pamamagitan po ng kamay, pinching or pangungurot, or twisting of the ears. Siguro po, marami sa atin nakaranas na po nito nung kabataan natin. Ano po? Pulling of hair. Nasa 30.4% naman ang nakaranas ng severe forms of abuse. Example po, pananampal, paninipa, or sometimes drowning or burning. At 4.6% po dito ang kinakailangang dalhin sa hospital. Yan po. Ang source po natin ay resourcecenters.savethechildren.net. Ito po yung site kung saan po natin kinuha yung result ng NBS sa violence against children. Sa tahanan po, maaaring ma-encounter ng mga magulang ang kawalan po ng paggalang or disrespect, yung stubbornness or katigasan po ng ulo, o yung tahasang pagsuway sa mga kagustuhan ng mga magulang. Sa pagkakataong ganito, maaari tayong gumamit ng ilang uri ng parusa katulad po ng pamamalo. Bagaman talaga nga naman pong nakagagalit itong sitwasyong ganito, ano po? Yung anak mo is stubborn na siya. So, talagang tahasang ayoko, ayaw na niya sumunod, no? Tandaan po natin na ang mga parusang gaya ng nabanggit ay maaaring magbunga po ng pagiging agresibo at violente ng ating mga anak. Ayon po yan sa WebMD. Okay? Kapag daw pinapalo po natin yung mga anak, nararamdaman nila na okay lang sa kanila or okay lang po na manakit ng ibang tao. Lalo pat ang taong ito ay kasama po sa mga mahal natin sa buhay. Ito po yung mga policies natin sa RA 7610. sa Section 3B po, ito po yung nabanggit ko kanina, yung child abuse po, definition ng child abuse, ay physical or psychological abuse, pwedeng sa emosyon po ng bata or sa physical po ng mismo ng bata, pagpapabaya po sa ating mga anak, cruelty, sexual abuse, and emotional maltreatment. Ito pa, physically or verbally shaming, pamamahiya po or pagre-ridicule po ng ating anak. Hindi po natin minsan napipigilan or hindi natin namamalayan. We also bully our children in front of others. Mga bagay na ayaw mo, ginagawa mong biro at binibiro mo sa kanya sa harap ng ibang tao. Isa po yun sa mga child abuse na sinasabi natin. That would damage the dignity of the child as a human being. Unreasonable deprivation of his basic needs for survival such as food and shelter. So huwag po natin gamitin ito na pang-disiplina natin, mga kababayan ko. Yung sabihin mo sa anak mo, pag hindi mo natapos yung assignment na yan, hindi ka kakain ng pananghalian or wala kang merienda. Or pag hindi mo natapos yung activity na yan, sa labas ka o sa salas ka matutulog. Kung sana ganon, mga kababayan. At isa po, yung failure to immediately give medical treatment to an injured child resulting in serious impairment of his growth and development or in his permanent incapacity or death. Iwasan po natin or be mindful po tayo. Dapat po nakikita natin kung ano yung sitwasyon ng bata at kaagad-agad po ay bibigyan natin siya ng kinakailangan niyang intervention. Especially po pag medical yan. Because denying such treatment to the child would be deemed as child abuse. Okay. So yun po ang kabuuan ng mga polisiya na dapat isaalang-alang natin sa panahon po na dinidisiplina natin ang ating mga anak. Sa pagbibigay po ng disiplina, pinakamabisa pa rin pong paraan ang tinatawag natin na good parenting. So, punta na po tayo sa discipline techniques. Maaaring makatulong po itong mga discipline techniques na to upang makapag-reflect po tayo kung tayo ba ay sumusunod sa prinsipyo ng good parenting. At masuri kung tama ba ang ating paraan ng pagdidisiplina. Eka nga po, good parents rear good kids. Generally speaking po, kung mabuti po yung tatay o mabuti po yung nanay, kadalasan po, yung anak po natin, magiging mabuting bata rin siya. So, una po sa ating mga discipline techniques ay reward good behavior. Yung simpleng pagsasabi ng good job or congratulations, so we are proud of you for doon sa ginawa mong mabuti, will inspire po yung bata natin, no? Para ipagpatuloy ang kanyang magandang ugali. Let us commend our child whenever he or she displays the behavior we have expected of him. Huwag po tayong madamot sa praise. I-comment natin ang ating mga anak. Pangalawa po ay natural consequence. Simple po ito. Your child makes an offense. Nagkasala po yung anak natin. And in the end, had to suffer the consequence as a result of that behavior. So siya rin po ang magsasuffer ng consequences ng kanyang ginawa. For example, sinira niya po yung kanyang laruan habang sa pagtatantrums niya. Okay? And in the end, na-realize niya na siya rin lang pala ang magsasuffer kasi wala siyang laruan at nasira na nga niya. May pasubali lang po dito na kailangan po yung consequence na yan ay hindi po mapanganib sa bata. Okay? Ang kasunod po dito ay tinatawag na logical consequence. Similar po itong logical consequence sa natural consequence. Pero kasama po rito, ito po ay applicable sa mga mas matatandang mga bata. No? Kailangan po nating i-describe sa bata kung ano yung consequences na ini-expect niya para sa isang wrong behavior. The consequence is directly linked to the behavior. Okay? For example, yung anak po natin na hindi po nag-ayos ng kanilang mga laruan at ang consequence po niya ay hands off siya sa mga laruan na yun for a day or two. Okay? Or sa isang linggo, hindi niya pwedeng laruin ang mga laruan na to dahil hindi niya inaayos. Okay? So yun po ay example ng logical consequence. Pang-apat po ay yung taking away of privileges. Okay? An acceptable outcome for undesirable behavior may be a deprivation of a privilege. Gusto ko lang pong i-share yung ginagawa ng misis ko sa aming 8-year-old na anak. Every time that nagkakaroon sila ng hindi magandang behavior, TV time will be suspended. Ganyan. Okay, for this period of time. At sinusunod po namin yon para po ma-reinforce po yung behavior ng bata. For example po, isa pang example is that if a middle schooler doesn't complete his or her homework on time, you may choose to take away the TV privileges for the evening. Yan po. This discipline technique works best if the privilege is related in some way to the behavior. Dapat po may connection yung consequence doon sa ugali ng bata. Or something that the child values. So, yung pang i-deprive natin sa kanya is something that she loves most or she loves very much. At epektibo din po itong method na ito kung yung bagay, yung privilege po niya is taken away as soon as possible after inappropriate behavior. So right there and then, since alam niya, in-expect din po niya na may consequence pag mayroon siyang nagawang hindi maganda, ay dapat po as soon as possible time, impose natin agad yung kanilang consequence. So those are the discipline techniques. Panghuli po, ito kung paano po natin i-maintain yung discipline sa ating mga anak. Paano nga ba? Isa po sa paraan na ma-maintain natin yung disiplina ay yung dapat nagmamatch po yung discipline technique with your child's character. So, kinakailangan po dito, alam natin kung paano yung behavior ng bata, kung paano yung character ng bata, ano po? Okay. And then we try to find the discipline technique na maaari natin gamitin, yung pinaka-effective. So, pwede natin i-trial and error yung iba't ibang mga techniques hanggang makuha po natin yung the best para po sa kanila. Pangalawa po is to communicate your discipline plan. So, discipline techniques must be understood by the child. Dapat po alam ng bata yung technique na gagamitin natin. Alam niya kung kailan may tuturing na mali yung kanyang behavior. At alam din niya kung ano ang consequences na naghihintay sa kanya. Okay? Explain natin sa kanya kung bakit yun ang ginagamit natin. And kung ano yung inaasahan natin mula sa kanya. Pangatlo po is show respect to the child. Hindi po dahil tayo po magulang, dapat sabihin, ako respetuhin mo. Okay? Without giving respect to the child. Respect begets respect. Ika nga. Okay? Do not over-criticize, humiliate, or berate the child. Ibig sabihin nito, huwag nating pahiya. Okay? Once na sinaway na po natin yung kanyang pag-uugali, huwag po nating ulit-ulitin. Especially kung may mga ibang taong nakikinig. Kasi huwag nating inag. Okay? Marami sa atin. Sorry to say this, pero marami po sa atin, we tend to nag the children because of their misbehavior. Pakita natin sa kanila na yung misconduct nila, yun yung ayaw natin at hindi yung sila mismo. So we can start by practicing to say, I hate what you did. At huwag nating sabihin, I hate you for what you did. Magkaiba po yun. Okay? Isa pa po, we need to behave the way we want our child to behave. In other words, we become a model. Okay. Sunod po, be consistent. Ito po ang isang napakahalagang paraan po para ma-maintain natin yung discipline. Be consistent. Any technique must be supported with consequence consistently. If you say so, do so. Pag sinabi mo, gawin mo. Okay? Every time po yan, para po ma-reinforce na, huwag na natin, sasabihin ng bata, huwag na natin gawin to. Kasi ganito mangyayari sa atin. Okay? Ma-memorize na po nila kung ano yung consequences. And they will try themselves to avoid such misbehavior. Napakahalagang possible. And finally po, when it's done, it's done. Huwag na po natin ulit-ulitin yung pagle-lecture sa kanila ng good behavior. Huwag na natin, maalala ko, yung ginawa mo kahapon, mali. Sa sunod na araw, pinaalala mo na naman sa kanya. After the consequences is over, we ask for apology. Do not ask for apologies, no? Huwag na natin silang hingan ng apologies. Mag-sorry ka dahil ginawa mo ito kahapon. Okay? Forgive and forget, ika nga. No? Let's move on. Just help your child achieve appropriate behavior for that matter. At panghuli po, know when and where to go for help. Kung hindi po natin kayang i-manage yung behavior ng ating mga anak, there might be something very wrong. Baka gusto po natin humingi ng tulong sa mga maaari makatulong sa atin upang ma-improve po natin ang ating parenting style. Developing skills for positive discipline takes a lot of practice. Tandaan po natin. Pina-practice po yan. And it takes a long time bago natin ito ma-perfect. Apologize to your child and explain how you plan to change your response the next time. Kung hindi po natin nagawa ng maayos yung pagdidisiplina natin for the time being. Okay? Tandaan po natin, we discipline our children without sacrificing or without violating any laws. Sabi po ni Plato, do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to the way it amuses their minds, so that you may better be able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of it. Alam po, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ismael Draman, the principal of the Quirino State University Laboratory High School for that discussion. Kung may mga katanungan, mangyari pong i-post na lang po natin sa ating FB page, sa Quirino Province, pwede din po sa YouTube Live, at maging dito po sa ating chat room dito sa ating webinar upang mabigyang kasugutan pagkatapos pong magsalita yung ating pangalawang tagapagsalita ngayong araw na ito. Maraming salamat po.
At this moment, to deliver her lecture on safety guidelines in the new normal, let us all welcome the very beautiful university nurse of Quirino State University, Ma'am Ramelin Songko.
Once again, we would like to remind everyone for our today's webinar, kindly evaluate. Just click the link sent by Sir Julius Aaron Rueda. Minsan pa, pinaalalahanan po natin lahat ng ating participants sa ating webinar na evaluate po natin ngayong araw yung ating mga speakers gamit po ang link na sinend po sa atin dito sa webinar ni Sir Julius Aaron Rueda. Maraming salamat po at maraming salamat sa pagtutok sa ating webinar ngayong araw na ito.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver her lecture on safety guidelines in the new normal, let's all welcome our university nurse, Ma'am Ramelin Songko.
Okay, good day, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. So today, I will be presenting to you the guidelines for the new normal. So what is this new normal? Okay, in the new normal, there are protocols, guidelines, and norms that are accepted in the community in response to the threat of the COVID-19, especially during the time that is the ECQ is lifted. So an example of safety guidelines for the new normal is wearing my mask right now. This is the new normal. It's an example on more of it will be presented. Okay. Every one of us is very much aware of what is happening around us. The pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 has been considered as intercontinental disaster because it continues to spread abruptly worldwide. Hence, the consequent outbreak was declared by the World Health Organization as public emergency and international concern last January 30 of 2020. And it was later on declared as a global pandemic last March 11, 2020. The increasing number of confirmed cases has steered not only other countries but our government. It has steered our government to deliberately issue the issue enhanced community quarantine in Luzon last March 12, 2020. And it extended up till April 13th. Up till now, we're still under quarantine, but already we have DCQ, MCQ, and ECQ. DCQ stands for General Community Quarantine. MCQ is Modified Community Quarantine, and ECQ, Enhanced Community Quarantine. So now, every one of us might be asking, what are the safety guidelines adopted and observed in the new normal? But before that, let me provide a video containing a satisfaction team who are able to understand the depth and the severity of the problem, as well as the rationale for crafting or developing the safety guidelines. So here's the video. Let's watch.
In December 2019, investigations found that it was caused by a unknown virus named the 2019 novel.
Okay. So So due to some technical problems, we cannot present the video, but we will just highlight some of the important information regarding the video. Okay, so the origin of COVID-19. So it originated in Wuhan, China, and it was discovered in December 31st of 2019, wherein a cluster of 27 pneumonia cases of a known cause, with 7 of it have severe cases, have been detected in Wuhan, China, and it was identified that a novel strain of coronavirus is the cause of this agent. The later name it was later named as the 2019 nCoV in January 12, 2020. So it rapidly affected large number of Chinese in China and leading to the total lockdown of Wuhan, China in January 23, 2020. And in the span of 1 month, confirmed first case in different countries have been reported, which include Philippines, which reported its very first case last January 30, 2020. So what is this coronavirus? Coronaviruses, or COVID, are a large family of viruses that cause a wide range of illness from common cold to more severe diseases. An example of these are Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and the causative agent for MERS is MERS-CoV. For the severe respiratory syndrome, or SARS, the causative agent for this one is SARS-CoV. And in COVID-19, the novel coronavirus, or the nCoV, this is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans. But then, this strain of virus mutated to affect the human, and this is what you call the spillover. The 2019 nCoV was later named the SARS-CoV-2. The SARS-CoV-2 was identified as the coronavirus strain responsible for causing COVID-19 disease. So what are the things that we know about COVID-19 virus? The incubation period, the estimate range of incubation period is from 1 to 12.5 days, with a median of 5 to 6 days. These estimates will be refined as more data will become available soon. More information is also needed to determine whether the transmission can occur from asymptomatic individuals or during incubation period. For the mode of transmission, we have two types or two modes of transmission. We have here droplets and contact. The transmission is from animal, but until now, the transmission from animal is still unknown. I mean, the animal which the COVID-19 virus came from, is still unknown. And the transmission from animals, it affected human, and then it affected another human. So that is the transmission. Currently, there is no available treatment, and the vaccination is still ongoing. Okay, then for the COVID-19 patients, supportive measures are only done. I already talked about the modes of transmission. We have droplets and contact. But recently, studies showed that it is also, COVID-19 virus can also be transmitted airborne, but only through aerosol generating procedures that are observed in hospital settings, such as tracheal intubation, non-invasive ventilation, tracheotomy, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, manual ventilation before intubation, and bronchoscopy. Okay, for this next slide, it presents the latest, as of June 22, 2020, the latest confirmed cases worldwide, resulting to 8,844,171 confirmed cases. And sadly, we have a high death toll of 465,460. In the Philippines, we have a total number of 30,052 as of June 21, and out of 30,052, we have 20,990 active cases. We have also recoveries with a total of 7,893 and mortality of 1,169. In terms of the regional level, as of June 21, we have a total cases of 44 in Region 2, Cagayan Valley. Out of the total cases, we have 10 active cases, recoveries of 33, and 1 death. And in Quirino Province, we are still COVID-free. We are glad to inform you that Quirino Province is still COVID-free. But despite that Quirino Province is still COVID-free, we cannot deny the fact that COVID-19 is very transmissible and precarious to us. So it is important that we are ready to face these challenges. So safety guidelines is provided according to the recommendation of World Health Organization and Department of Health, as well as the Philippine Academy of Physicians and School Health Incorporation. This is some of the presentation is based from the infographics released by Pakshi last week. Okay, so these are the safety guidelines during quarantine. If the government tells you to stay home, stay home. There are things to observe inside your home. Number one is to observe household members. Number two, make your home the safest place to stay by disinfecting common areas and objects held at home like doorknobs, light switches, refrigerator handles, remote control, etc. And when you leave the house only if it is important. So when you leave your house, you need to plan ahead what to do, where to go, what are the important things to do. para hindi na po pabalik-balik at para maiwasan po ang laging lumalabas. Next thing is do not accept visitors as much as possible. I know Filipino are very accommodating. But now, it is important na i-consider natin na limit natin ang visitors sa bahay, or if possible, totally do not accept visitors. Things that will come from outside the home must be disinfected, especially the dried goods items. Kapag po lumabas po tayo or bumili sa grocery stores, yung mga goods natin, kailangan natin isprayan ng alcohol. Even yung mga vegetables, kailangan nating hugasan bago ipasok sa bahay. Tapos, if accepting deliveries, give exact amount to avoid accepting outside money. Kasi that is another way of transmitting the virus, yung contact. And so if possible, if meron tayong online banking, we pay online. So yun po ang accepted norms ngayon, yung online paying of bills. And then practice social distancing and disinfecting measures accordingly. Kailangan din natin maging aware of the latest information on the coronavirus disease, COVID-19 pandemic. This slide illustrates the do and don'ts during the quarantine. Sa taas po, we need to plan ahead and prepare for the possibility of ongoing transmission of COVID-19 in the country. So, if you plan, kailangan you plan for innovation that might help in the pag-prevent ng spread ng COVID-19. Okay, next is don'ts. Ito yung mga kailangang iwasan natin. Avoid smoking, avoid drinking alcohol, avoid gambling. Ayan po, kaya nga po tayo may alcohol ban. Kailangan natin sumunod. And instead of these things to do, instead of smoking, drinking, and gambling, you need to eat healthy food, exercise, drink a lot of water, have enough sleep, and take vitamins that will help boost your immune system. For the kids and youngsters, mga parents can advise ang mga natin na minimize ang use ng gadgets. Use this quarantine. This is the ideal time to spend bond with our family. And lastly, pray to Almighty God. Okay. For the next slides na i-present ko, these are the questions that we might try to answer. Number one, what to do before going back to school, wherein we adopted the preparedness and readiness safety guidelines given by the World Health Organization. What to do when we also anchored our infection prevention and to the World Health Organization and DOH guidelines and protocols. So the preparedness and readiness, binase natin sa general community at sa school health. So ano pa ang kailangan natin for preparedness and readiness guidelines? Pagdating sa general community, kailangang increase ang awareness ng general community, school community regarding the COVID-19 and the infection prevention and control principles. Kailangan natin mag-attend ng mga online training. That is one, yung ginagawa natin ngayon dito sa webinar. Next is posting of updated health information. Kailangan maging updated tayo. At kailangan there is an online posting in social media. Sa mga official page of your school, kailangan mag-post kayo. And then publicly posting to visible designated area. Okay? Next, and ready ang facilities and infrastructure sa school community. Like placing a footbath at every entrance gate of the school or campus. Next is construction of hand washing area and sink. Yung sink po dapat kailangan available po per office or department at kailangan mayroon tayong available na soap and tissue towels sa lahat ng mga washing area. If possible po, if ever na hindi available ang sink, we position alcohol rub or disinfectant solution at every entrance and put trash bin near exit of every office. Kailangan din i-prepare ang community ng school by doing disinfection activity. So, hindi lang sa first day or before the start of the classes, kailangan we have this regular disinfection activity. Sa Korean State University, we are doing the scheduled regular disinfection activity. And it is scheduled every Fridays weekly at 4 o'clock p.m. onward. Okay. Sa school health services naman po, ito ang mga kailangang i-ready at i-prepare as a safety guideline. Kailangan trained and educated ang ating mga health services staff regarding the COVID-19 and infection prevention and control principles. Kailangan nilang mag-undergo ng trainings since hindi na po pwede ang face-to-face training, dapat mag-undergo sila sa appropriate online training. Ayan. Sa health facilities and infrastructure, kailangan na mayroon available na dedicated waiting areas for asymptomatic at for symptomatic clients sa clinic. Ideally, kailangan din may built glass, plastic screen to create a barrier between healthcare workers and patients. Also, availability of enclosed room intended for clients with respiratory symptoms while preparing to refer to the primary health agency. Okay, since wala tayong laboratory na nakakapag-check for the kung may positive ba tayong COVID-19 patient, kailangan natin i-consider na lahat ng may mga respiratory symptoms ay considered as suspect po sila, especially if there is a history of travel sa mga places na may cases ng COVID-19. Ayun po. So, lahat sila dapat i-enclose natin sa room na intended for them. So, bali, kanya-kanyang room. So, dapat may nga enclosed rooms para doon ilalagay yung mga clients. Okay? Next is hand washing. Kailangan may hand washing area sa clinic and with the stocks with soap and tissue. Next is position alcohol rub or disinfectant at the entrance and trash bin near exit of every office. Kailangan din na sa school health services, magpasa sila ng PR or purchase request para sa procurement of essential supplies and equipment like personal protective equipment, especially overall PPEs, gloves, medical masks, isolation gowns, laboratory eye goggles, face shield, shoe cover, and head cap. Tapos, kailangan din ensure na available ang mga essential supplies like medicines, vitamins, at saka consumables. So, sa school health services, dapat din po involved sila sa mga policy and standard operating procedure development like proposal of health policies, initiatives, and programs. For the infection prevention and control guidelines, kailangan sa general school community, we must adopt the no mask, no entry policy. Yun po, kailangan natin na require ang every one of us will wear mask kahit saan tayo magpunta. That is the new normal, okay? So maintaining physical distance with minimum of 1 meter to another individuals. So we should avoid groups of people and enclose crowded spaces and mass gatherings. So help muna natin lahat ng events like graduation, something like that. Number 3, essential screening measures and seat restriction. Pwede nyo din i-adapt to sa inyong high school na kailangan magkaroon ng temperature check position at all the entrance gates of your school or university. And not letting anyone enter the university with symptoms. So lahat po ng may symptoms ay dapat hindi pa papasukin sa university. That is the seat restriction. Okay, we also have here risk and symptoms questionnaire. Ayan. Yung questionnaire na to should be answered honestly as a record of attestation of no current or recent experience of symptoms related to active respiratory infection. Ito ay given by the World Health Organization and DOH. This is a questionnaire na pwede natin i-adopt or revise according to the needs of your school. Ayan po. So meron dito yung question, are you currently experiencing of following symptoms? I-check lang yung patient or yung mga clients and then yun, so pag may travel history, sasabihin lang and what are the clearances presented. Okay. For the general school community, kailangan din natin i-observe ang practice of standardization. Ano ba itong mga to? Yan yung hand washing, facial hygiene, respiratory hygiene, at saka environmental hygiene. Sa hand hygiene, kailangan natin maghugas ng kamay with the minimum of 20 seconds with soap and water. Kung walang available na water and soap, ayan po, yung alcohol-based hand gel. Tapos, dapat hindi siya visibly dirty kapag mag-alcohol hand gel ka. Okay, next is facial hygiene. We should avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Kasi nga, microorganisms can be transmitted through our face or teeth. Ayan, sa mata, sa ilong, at saka sa bibig. Next thing is respiratory hygiene. Kailangan natin i-cover ang ating ilong at saka ang ating bunganga kapag tayo ay nag-i-sneeze at umuubo. Kailangan natin gumamit ng tissue at yung tissue ginamit ay kailangan itapon sa trash bin. Then, environmental hygiene. Kailangan nating magkaroon ng routine cleaning and disinfection of working area. Lalo-lalo na yung mga frequently touched surfaces like doorknob, table, keyboards, and etc. For the school health services, anong mga infection prevention and control guidelines na dapat natin kailangan nating isipin or kailangan nating i-observe? Number 1 is yung standard precaution for health services staff. Kagaya din sa community or school community, kailangan din nating i-consider yung hand hygiene kasi this is the single most effective way of stopping the transmission of microorganisms. Okay, frequent hand washing 20 seconds with soap and water, or kung hindi available, alcohol-based hand rub if available and if not visibly dirty. Sa school health services, may tinatawag tayong 5 moment wherein kailangan maghugas ng kamay ang mga health staff before touching a client, before doing procedure, clean or aseptic, after ma-expose sa body fluids, after touching a patient, and after touching patient surrounding. Ayan po yung tinatawag nating 5-moment approach. For the facial hygiene, kagaya nga rin kanina, nasabi ko na rin to, na i-avoid natin ang paghawak sa mata, sa ilong, at sa bibig. It's even when the health staff is wearing her or his PPE. Okay? Sa respiratory hygiene, kailangan natin i-cover ang bibig at ilong kapag tayo ay nagka-cough or nag-sneeze. At saka itapon ang mga nagamit sa trash bin immediately. Okay? Sa environmental hygiene, very important to sa clinic na kailangan magkaroon ng routine cleaning and disinfection of working area and frequently touched surfaces. Kasi nga, dito nagpupunta ang mga may sakit. Ayan. Then, safe waste management, kailangan nating magkaroon ng segregation of garbages. Ayan, kailangan may mga trash bins na intended for infectious, sa mga intended for yung mga needles na nagagamit, intended for mga biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Ayan. Tapos, kailangan din nating uh, consider ang kakaroon ng equipment disinfection and sterilization. Kailangan regular ang pag-disinfect at pag-sterilize ng mga dedicated equipment such as stethoscope, blood pressure cuffs, and thermometers kasi nga ito ay nasi-share among patients and it should be cleaned in between and cleaned and disinfected in between use for each individual patient. Example, spraying of ethyl alcohol. Yan. That is a form of disinfection. Yan. Sprayan lang natin yung mga stethoscopes, blood pressure in between use. Tapos, sterilization of healthcare equipment that are used for invasive procedures or in contact to bodily fluids. So, an example of this, kasi dito sa Quezon State University, we have the dental services. If ever na yung client po ay nagpa-mouth exam, yung mouth mirror na nagamit po ay nagkakaroon ng contact sa bodily fluids. So, we need to sterilize those equipment. Ayan po. Next is the droplet transmission precaution. Kailangan nating maging rational, correct, at consistent sa paggamit ng PPE, lalong-lalo na sa healthcare services staff to prevent the spread of pathogens. Use of PPE cover all suits in handling patients. This will ensure health services staff use PPE with highest prioritization. Ayun nga, mga sinabi ko kanina, PPE. Okay, in case of emergency management, kapag in case of suspected COVID-19 case, kailangan sa health services should ensure triage and early detection, recognition of signs and symptoms by thorough assessment with standard precautions always observed. Suspected clients will be given surgical masks and must be placed into isolated area or enclosed room while contacting appropriate agencies and preparing for referral. Ayan po. Then, yung contact and droplet precautions should always be observed. Thus, PPE cover all suits must always be used. Yung protocols in referring clients will be appropriately followed in case of suggesting patient's transfer. If ang school ambulance ay available, can be used. Or wait for the transfer vehicle of the referral agency with high regard to the standard precaution and guidelines in transferring patients. No, kapag na-transfer na natin yung patient, kailangan na ang health services ng school ay i-follow up ang health status of the suspected client. In case na nag-positive po ang result ng ating suspected COVID-19 case, we need to assist the RHU personnel in doing the contact tracing, especially those who are in contact with the client within the campus with high regard to the protocols given by the DOH. Tapos, meron din po tayong ginagamit na health guard given by the ISU and contact tracing form. Ito po ay ginagamit sa contact tracing. Yan, yung mga forms. Then, for the sick restriction, yung mga health personnel po na may sakit, they should stay home and seek healthcare advice to their primary healthcare provider. During the instances of direct patients, staff will be assessed or do self-check for illness of fever before the start of clinic hour to ensure patient safety. Tapos, kailangan din magkaroon ng regular temperature check to staff to ensure that all healthcare staff do not have any active fever. Ayan, kailangan din nilang mag-answer ng risk and symptoms questionnaire para maging attestation yan na they have no current recent experience of symptoms related to an active respiratory infection. For the information dissemination, kailangan natin ng online posting school services must be responsible in online posting ng mga updated information regarding COVID-19 and IPC protocols. Then public posting in areas visible. Like for example, meron kayong information, health information na pagpupusan sa harap ng clinic, kailangan doon, na i-remind natin ang public about the noticeable symptoms that needs the seeking and alerting staff of health services. Ano ba yung mga symptoms at signs and symptoms na kailangang mag-seek ka ng help ng staff of health services. Then, reminding everyone of minimizing clinic visit unless during emergencies to prevent cross-infection and consider telemedicine in assessing and evaluating symptomatic clients. Anyway, ang telemedicine, it is the use of technology in assessing, evaluating, and giving advice in patient clients not needing urgent health intervention. Kung hindi namang urgent yung inyong or kung kailangan nyo lang magpa-advise, pwede tayong gumamit ng telemedicine. Ayan. Example is using voice call and video call via mobile phone with health staff. To summarize it all, ito po yung what should the school community do before going back to school after enhanced community quarantine? Siyempre, unang-una dyan, kailangan clean and disinfected ang school buildings and campus thoroughly. So, yun nga, magkakandak tayo ng disinfection activities. Then second, plan a schedule to decrease congestion in canteens during break and lunchtime. Kasi sa canteens, doon nga talaga nagka-crowd ang mga estudyante. Kailangan natin i-schedule ang congestion. Next is review, update, and implement emergency operation plans, emphasizing on everyday preventive actions for students and staff. Then consider working areas that should practice physical distancing and make ways to implement such. Then implement strategies to continue education and related supports for students, such as plan for the continuity of teaching and learning, implement e-learning plans, digital and distance learning options as feasible and appropriate. Ito yung ginagawa natin ngayon. This is an example of e-learning. Next is consider work from home arrangement, especially for the elderly staff, yung mga 60s and up, 60 and up, and yung mga pregnant staff non-teaching or teaching. Next is develop information sharing system with partners such as yung health guard nga na pinoprovide ng ISU. Ayan po, ginagawa natin. This is an example of sharing systems with partners. Then encourage the school community to be immunized with flu and pneumonia vaccine. Ito, it must be presented for budgeting. Yung immunization with flu and pneumonia vaccine. Okay. What should the school community do when school operations resume? Ayan po. Yung seat restriction nga, bawal pumasok ang estudyante, teacher at mga staff na may sakit. At nire-require po na magkaroon sila ng medical consultation and medical clearances before they are accepted back to school or work. Ayan. Next is yun nga, the single most important thing to do yung pag-hand washing. That is the most pinaka-effective way of stopping the transmission of viruses. Regular hand washing with safe water and soap. Tapos magkaroon ng, kapag hindi available, alcohol rub at saka using hand sanitizer. Ayan. Tapos kailangan na yung mga supplies, procured siya and provided. Next is everyone should wear face mask. Ayan. Very important din po to, yung face mask. Kailangan natin gumamit ng face mask everywhere we go. Stopping the transmission of viruses. Then routine sanitation of classroom, toilets, canteen, playground, and other areas. Yan, mga frequently visited by students, school staff should maintain. Ayan, magkaroon sila ng, dapat ang school ay magkaroon ng routine campus and community sanitation and clean up should be initiated. Then, physical distancing should be promoted, limit large group of people coming together. Ano sabi na rin kanina, Tomato? Next, establish procedure if students or staff become unwell. Kailangan din mag-develop ng flexible attendance and sick leave policies that encourage students and staff to stay home when sick or when caring for sick family members. And then, promote information sharing through adherence to guidance from government agencies and communities, providing the school community with age-appropriate information, reporting of parents, guardians to school authorities regarding students' health condition, and utilizing parent-teacher association for promoting information. Next is yung monitor school attendance, and in case of absenteeism, sick leave, or temporary when sick or when dapat support could be given to parents. And then, promote ensuring continuation for the forwarding to the community, providing the school community with age-appropriate kailangan by school reporting of parents, guardians, school authorities at school emergency plan, and utilizing should be developed, taking in consideration the school information. Next is yung monitor school attendance, and in case of absenteeism, sick leave, or temporary sick or during dapat support kailangan to parents. And then, promotion ensuring continuation for the reliable sources such as World Health Organization and the Philippines Department of Health, DOH, para yung fake information or myths that may circulate online or by word of mouth should be kailangang i-distinguish natin. Tapos, canceling of any community events, meeting that take place on school premises should be considered based on the list. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much for listening po.
Very comprehensive. Yung mga parties, mga katulong dito sa at tayo sa ngayong araw na to.
At para po sa ating evaluation ngayong araw na ito, i-browse lang po natin yung ating chatroom na sinend po sa atin ni Sir Julio Aaron Rueda to evaluate our speakers for today's webinar.
Inaanyayahan din natin lahat, ang ating mga magulang at mga guro, sa lahat ng ating participants na muli na namang umantabay sa ating webinar series bukas. Meron po tayong dalawa na namang resource speakers bukas, easing the research activities through computer applications and research engines, and the new face of Philippine classroom. Lahat ng yan ay mapapakinggan natin bukas na tatalakayin ng mga dekalibre na faculty mula sa Quirino State University.
Muli, nais nating pasalamatan yung ating mga naging speakers ngayong umaga. Dr. Ismael Draman, the principal of QSU Laboratory High School, and Ma'am Remilien Songko, our university nurse. At muli, we are inviting you to be part of this webinar series tomorrow.
Sir Del, wala akong nakikitang mga katanungan dito sa ating chat box, maging dito sa ating Facebook page. Pero nais po nating batihin lahat ng mga nanonood at umaantabay dyan sa Cahel Elementary School. Nanonood din sila at nakikinig sa Cabarugis Campus, Quirino State University Cabarugis Campus, maging sa Liwayway Elementary School. Good morning po sa ating lahat at maraming salamat sa walang sawang pag-antabay sa ating virtual seminar, the webinar series.
Binabati din po natin yung ating mga kasamahan from DepEd SDO Quirino na nakasubaybay sa ating webinar. Hello po, good morning Ma'am Feli Manuel at salamat po sa inyong pag-antabay sa ating webinar ngayong araw.
Ganyan din na pinapasalamatan natin ang ating technical committee, Sir William Spurt de Mayo, Francis, ganun din ang ating masigasig, si Sir natin virtual center.
Binabati administrators, ang campus ng Madela Campus, Dr. Hector Luya, hello po, at sa lahat po ng empleyado ng QSU Madela at QSU Cabarugis Campus, campus administrator Sir Tasar Damanse. Maraming salamat din po sa inyong pagsubaybay.
Sir Del, pinapaalalahan din natin lahat ng ating mga naging participants para natin ang click ang link na pupunta sa evaluation para sa araw na ito.
Muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. Ako po si Rodel Afan, ang isa po sa inyong naging moderators ngayong araw ito. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay.
Ako naman po si Eileen Joy Peralta, isa din po sa maging
Quirino State University Vision, the leading center for academic and technological excellence and prime catalyst for a progressive and sustainable Quirino Province and Southern Cagayan Valley. Mission: develop competent and morally upright professionals and generate appropriate knowledge and technologies to meet the needs of Quirino Province and Southern Cagayan Valley.
the leading center for academic and technological excellence and prime catalyst for a progressive and sustainable Quirino province in southern Cagayan Valley. Develop competent and morally upright professionals and generate appropriate knowledge and technologies to meet the needs of Quirino province and southern Cagayan Valley. CITCS offers the most convenient educational environment, complete with the technologies best suited for the student's need, and equipped with security advancement, ensuring every learner's safety, providing students with proper trainings and technical skills, and improving the delivery of ICT instruction, online learning tools, and other services for faculty, students, and other clients. Producing competitive and innovative IT professionals, excelling not only in the province but also globally. Equip students with professional skills and competencies in business management and office processes. Provide the students with a learning environment conducive to critical thinking, inculcating a strong value system that is community and research-oriented and incorporating leadership capability. Programs offered: Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Bachelor of Science in Office Administration. Quirino State University, molding minds, shaping futures.